Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, it's your boy, Maverick Raven. And right now, do I have something for y'all? It's been a crazy news day. There's even more news even after this. As you can see, new court filing accuses Fani Willis of multiple conflicts of interest. The Fulton County District Attorney will have to defend against another court motion. Now, see, before we get into this, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. I react to all your comments. I read all of them. I reply to all of them. I really want to hear from you guys, and everything you do means the world to me and my family. But if you don't want to do any of that, I do understand. Thanks for hanging out with me anyways. Now, in regards to this has been a little crazy because there's been accusations that they handpicked Fani Willis, even though obviously she was the district attorney anyways. But there's like conspiracy theories or whatever you want to call them that say that Fani Willis was handpicked because she would do whatever they wanted against Trump. Basically kind of like a hitman, someone who's going to do whatever you want no matter what. No morals, no rules are too strict to be broken, that type of thing. But she is just, from everything that's coming out, she is a gigantic piece of shit. I mean, she is just the worst. Well, whatever, we'll read it here, but from what I've seen, from what I've read, man, is she bad. A co-defendant of former President Donald Trump on Thursday accused Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis of having a half-dozen conflicts of interest arising from her relationship with her special counsel. Jeffrey Clark, a former acting attorney general under President Trump, who was charged in the Georgia election case, filed a court motion in the disqualification bid targeting Miss Willis over her relationship with special counsel Nathan Wade, which was first revealed in January. Another Trump case co-defendant accused the two of being in an improper relationship in which she financially benefited. The two attorneys denied the latter allegation, but confirmed the relationship. Period, stop, pause as far as we're concerned. Because one thing needs to be addressed. If there was a relationship between Miss Willis and Mr. Wade, which she confirmed, okay, the two attorneys, Wade and Willis, apparently have confirmed that yes, they were in a romantic relationship. Now here's the thing, that is called a conflict of interest, a huge conflict of interest, because how are you going to say to the government, hey, look, I want so and so to come aboard? You know what I'm saying? I want so and so to come aboard and help me out with this because we need it. And then it turns out that all the salary you're paying him, you're benefiting from it too. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nepotism, and then there's nepotism. And this right here is nepotism. Because she's not only paying him, she's then going on vacations and stuff. Who's paying for the vacations? Common sense. That money is entering their pool. Between the pool of money between Nathan Wade and Miss Willis. And even if they're not in that serious of a relationship where they pool their stuff together, like, they share a bed or a house or whatever, money, a bank account, whatever. Even if she doesn't share that type of relationship with Nathan Wade, it doesn't matter. Because if Nathan Wade is paying for anything for her, gifts, they already proved that they went on trips together. Any of that stuff, he's got to prove how he's paying for this. And how do you think he's paying for this? With the money that she's giving him. And obviously, she's not the one giving him the money directly. It's the government. But come on, guys. This is ridiculous. And the people on the left that want to say that this is not a big deal, you guys are hypocrites. You guys are just straight up hypocrites. Because why on earth would you not realize that you cannot objectively work alongside your significant other? As some of you know, I used to be a police officer. My wife was a police officer. When we partnered together, it was good and it was bad too. It was good because I got to watch her back. My wife was a really good police officer. You know, we know how each other worked. That was great. It was bad because if something were to happen to her, I would not react like a normal police officer just got hurt or whatever. I would react like my wife just got hurt because it is my wife. You know what I'm saying? Because she's my wife first before she's my partner. You get what I'm saying? Now, they didn't have a problem with that in the police department in as far as we didn't have, you know, anything that we worked on together. You know, we couldn't arrest the same person and say, oh, he did this to her and he did this to me. We couldn't do that conflict of interest type of thing because it had to be all above board. But this right here, man, like it screams conflict of interest. A Fulton County judge overseeing the Trump case and the disqualification effort, Scott McAfee, will rule on whether she should be disqualified sometime in the next week. Not only should she be disqualified, she should be disbarred. So should Nathan Wade. He should be disbarred. They're both disgraces to the profession of law. And on top of that, on top of all this crap, they should end this bullshit trial that they're doing on Donald Trump. Why? Because they get one bite at the apple to prosecute someone. And they fucked up by hiring someone that had a ton of conflicts of interest. An attorney for Mr. Clark wrote that Nathan Wade obviously lied under oath in his testimony on February 15th when he was attempting to explain his obviously false interrogatory responses in his divorce case, referring to his statements during the court hearing. Yeah, because that's another thing. Nathan Wade has a divorce case going on too, which might be because of his infidelity. We don't know. I'm just saying a possibility. The attorney argued, meanwhile, that Mr. Willis and her staff bear some responsibility for allowing perjury after Mr. Wade's testimony during the hearing. Further, Mr. Clark's lawyer said that because Mr. Wade allegedly lied under oath, Miss Willis's office should have done something about it. Absolutely. We are now 20 days past that testimony. In that intervening period, the district attorney has said and done nothing whatsoever to either disavow Mr. Wade's perjured testimony or require him to correct it. The filing continued. This is a spectacular breach before all the world of her duty as district attorney to faithfully and impartially and without fear, favor, or affection discharge my duties as district attorney. Miss Willis's professional judgment has not been merely impaired by her conflicts of interest. It has been corrupted beyond redemption, reads the motion. 100% agree. 100% agree. It's just ridiculous. It's crazy town. During multiple hearings in the past several weeks, attorneys for President Trump and some of his co-defendants had also accused Mr. Willis and Miss Willis. Excuse me. It should be Miss Willis and Mr. Wade of lying on the witness stand about when their relationship began, and told Judge McAfee that keeping the district attorney on the case threatens to undermine the public's confidence in the hugely consequential prosecution. Think of the message that would be sent if they were not disqualified, said Henry McDougald, the attorney representing Mr. Clark in the election case last week. If this is tolerated, we will get more of it. This office is a global laughingstock because of their conduct. Yeah. While on the witness stand, Miss Willis and Mr. Wade denied allegations that the relationship started earlier than 2022. But at least one witness, who was Miss Willis's landlord and a former friend, said she saw them engaged in hugging and kissing as early as 2019. An analysis of Mr. Wade's cell phone that was submitted to the court also suggested that he visited the neighborhood where her condo was located a number of times and made thousands of texts and phone calls to her before 2022. You tell me. We've got a comment section. Please, I'm begging you, use it. What on earth could this be? Anything other than improper? If you think that this is fine, that this can be explained away, please, by all means, I'm all ears. Because I want to hear what on earth anyone could possibly say to explain away this and excuse this type of behavior. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But Ms. Willis's office said the lawyers have failed to provide evidence that the district attorney benefited financially from the relationship with Mr. Wade, which the pair say ended last summer. Adam Abadi, a prosecutor with the district attorney's office, accused the defense attorneys of pushing speculation and conjecture and trying to embarrass the district attorney with questions on the witness stand that Mr. Abadi said had nothing to do with the conflict of interest question. It's a desperate attempt to remove a prosecutor from a case for absolutely no reason, Your Honor, other than harassment and embarrassment, he said. The whole thing is an embarrassment. The whole thing is an embarrassment. On March 1st, Judge McAfee said at the end of a hearing that there are several legal issues to sort through, several factual determinations that I have to make, adding that he will be taking the time, to make sure that I give this case the full consideration it's due. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not holding my breath. That guy has not done one thing that has made me go, well, at least he's judging correctly. At least he's abiding by the law. These people are afraid. Remember, some judges are elected, meaning they have to get votes, so they don't want to piss off their constituents. It's a broken system in that regard, So judges in criminal cases, imagine they're handing out light sentences because they want to get reelected. It's crazy, and I don't know what McAfee is. I don't know if he's elected or appointed. I don't know, but he's a disgrace regardless. Before the first witnesses testified, the judge said the allegations could result in Miss Willis's disqualification from the Trump case if a conflict of interest is confirmed, or if there is an appearance of a conflict of interest. How is there not, at the very minimum, an appearance of a conflict of interest? This should have been decided. It's like they said. It's been 20 days. It should have been decided already. It comes as the Fulton County Ethics Board on Thursday said that it does not have jurisdiction to hear two complaints against Ms. Willis in the election case after it scheduled 2 meetings on the complaints that she was involved in the improper relationship, citing a technicality. They said that she is a state constitutional officer and not a county level official who falls under the board's ethic codes. What a convenient excuse. It's like I said, it's a hot potato. They want to hand it off because nobody wants to deal with this. Nobody wants to exonerate the president. Nobody wants to let the president just go free, because if they do, they will be doxxed, they will be harassed, maybe hurt, threatened, whatever. And nobody should go through that just because of their job, At least if your job's, legitimate, right? The Epic Times contacted for the Fulton County District Attorney's Office for comment Friday. Neither Miss Willis nor her office has responded to the filing in court. And she should. But if she doesn't have to, and she's playing that game, so far it's been 20 days and she hasn't responded, right? Why does she have to respond at all? She knows that judge. Look, I guarantee you, she knows that judge, okay? She's the DA. She knows that judge. She's presided over cases, been in front of that judge before, for sure. Unless that judge just came in and this is his first case, he has presided over her cases before. So she knows what he's doing. She knows what he thinks, for the most part. Because that's the way it works. Attorneys end up knowing how judges are and what they can get away with, and they push that limit as much as they can, short of contempt. But this whole thing is bullshit. But tell me what you guys think. Remember, like, share, subscribe, again, comment, because this is something that I want to hear about. I want to hear from you guys. I always want to know what's going on with you guys. And I always want to know, what you guys think about what we're talking about here. So, as always, be safe, be good to one another, and stay based.